Okay, a very good evening here on the 5th of January 2014. It is the live trading room, wishing everyone a very, very happy new year. It's great to be back in action, and I do have a little bit of a cold, but it's all good because the signals that we're seeing on the charts this year are very exciting for us. So for those of you that are in the process of placing trades and things like that, I am expecting to see a lot more volume and activity into this year's trading than we've ever seen before, ever historically. So I'm really looking forward to that and getting everyone involved. There's lots of new things happening this year, especially with the up-and-coming Traders Toolbox course in April, for those of you who want to be able to be in a position where you can customize your own system and really make profits as a result of that using consistently built systems for yourself, not just the live trading room strategy. So that's going to be exciting too, and more details about that later. I want to start by analyzing the lift-off strategy, which is what we normally do here on the live trading room. So the lift-off strategy, nice and simple one where we're looking at moving averages. And remember, we're looking for the moving averages to be in a certain order. So we've got a close below the 20 moving average, followed by a close above. And of course, we'll look for a trade opportunity to go long or short in the relevant direction. In this particular case, you can see the 20 moving averages above the 50 and the 100. And so as a result of that, we are looking for the opportunities to trade the market long. So what you can see here as of now is I do have a close below the 20 moving average on this bar. Now what I'm waiting for really here is a close to be above the 20 moving average, which will look a little bit like that. So if I can get that on this euro dollar, then of course we're looking for an opportunity to trade market long, and we can take things from there. Let's go over to the next strategy up, which is the dollar Swiss. So with the dollar Swiss, you can see that, again, market's climbed quite a bit here, and we can see that, you know, the 20 moving average is below the 50 and 100. So what that means for us is basically we are looking at potential opportunities to trade short. And 20 moving average here, you can see is coming in just below the 50 and 100. And as a result of that, obviously the opportunities that we're looking for here are going to be to trade short. And because of that, we are looking for a close above this 20 moving average, pretty much followed by close below. And what does that mean? It means that we're just waiting for a few bars here, ideally to come in below here, close down here, and then of course that's the signal for us for a short opportunity, dollar Swiss. Now my stop in that case would be above this high just here. Let me redraw that. The stop would be above the height of that bar that closes below, and my entry would be below the low here. So that's pretty much what I'll be looking for here on this dollar Swiss. Let's take it over to the next policy up then. So really, let's go to the cable. And here, pound against US dollar has been climbing steadily for quite a while now. Unfortunately, it hasn't given us that many real opportunities on the lift-off, which is a little bit of a shame because we had a nice steady upward trend. And remember, a lot of this is happening basically, we've had a nice smooth trend. We're not getting opportunities on lift-off. Why? Because we're just not getting the pullbacks and retracements that we're really looking for this particular strategy. However, now you can see we are coming into just below the 20 moving average. And we're looking for a close to be above that 20 moving average just there. And once we get the close above, then of course I'm going to open up and look for an opportunity to trade the market long, for a stop, for an entry above the high, for a stop to go in below the low. That was the idea just there. So let's see how that pans out into the next couple of bars. And what we're looking for then is on the dollar yen, you can see, actually, the dollar yen just here is a variation 3A setup, which is quite interesting. So I was just looking at this a little bit before we started the live analysis for the evening. And really, if you're not this little high there, that's pretty much what I was looking for on this dollar yen. And the way that it's set up, unfortunately, it's not giving me a very clear entry point, because normally with this particular setup with variation 3A on lift-off, I always look for a close just, well, we've got a nice perfect low test bar, but I look for a break of the high just here. But I think we're a little bit close. I'm tempted to place this, but I'm going to wait for tomorrow's bar to form, and there's a very good chance we're just going to see a huge spike up into tomorrow like this, and that's going to you will hit our target in a single day basically. But it is a little bit risky the way that it's setting up. So as I said, I'm going to review tomorrow's bar and look for a better entry point here. Ideally, I think we'd be looking to enter on the break up here because we have some 4-hour swing highs, and that would be ideal. But as I say, let me just have a look for tomorrow's trading just here and see how that one pans out. The ideal entry, as I say, will be just above the high here. Let's see what happens in tomorrow trading. We could very well a little pullback after we get tomorrow's bar, and then we can look for potential entry point. Let's see what happens as well tomorrow. Dollar yen. Let's take it over to the euro yen. The euro yen, you can see that we are looking for a variation 3A setup. Sorry, not a variation 3A setup. We're looking for a 1A setup actually. On this one here, we're looking for a close below and then a close above. Again, not giving me that opportunity just yet. There's a good chance it's going to happen tomorrow, and if it does, I'm really ready for it. And we're looking to place trade into tomorrow's trading with an entry above the high just here and a stop just in below the low. So that would be what I'd be looking for tomorrow. But as I say, stop loss will be there, but no real opportunity today. So I just need to take a step back from this for the time being, and let's look into tomorrow's trading. So that's what I'm looking for here on this lift-off strategy. The next strategy that I'm going to go over onto is going to be the dynamic breakout. So I'm just going to get that set up and load it up. We're also going to open up the journal as well. So bear with me while we take those steps, and I'm going to be looking at the dynamic breakout next. Okay, so let's look at the dynamic breakout. And with the dynamic breakout, what's interesting really here is that we have had some potential opportunities actually. If we had used them a little bit earlier this year, we could capitalize on. Certainly with Gold Swiss, we did have a breakout just here actually, and this was I believe it's a type 6, very 6 breakout here on this dollar Swiss. In fact, what we'll do, why don't we? This smart thing, you pull up the crib sheet actually, we can actually have a look to see exactly which one it is. So let's have a look at strategies here. And you've got the dynamic breakout crib sheet. And for those of you that don't know this exists, it's a very useful resource for us to get an understanding of how these work. And this was actually a price structural failure on the dollar Swiss. So if you have a look, it's actually this type of variation. This is variation 1. It's a downtrend, and what we've got there, if you have a look, is a structural failure on this dollar Swiss. So what we've got here, as I say, is variation 1 structural failure. So what I'm looking for is a break of the price just there, and we have got that happening there. So that would have been an ideal thing to take in terms of variation 1. Unfortunately, we missed that, and we can look for another setup to take place. For example, like a variation 4 would be possible if we can get a pullback here taking place. So if we just get a little pullback taking place here in this market, then of course we can get a variation 4 setup where we look for an opportunity to trade the market to go long. Okay, let's switch it over to the GBP USD. So certainly here in GBP USD, what's great is that we've had a move higher, and again, as I said with liftoff, we've had a great upward trend here taking place. So what's important now for us is to look for a potential variation for potential variation 4 setup on the dynamic breakout. The way that would look for me would be if I get a pullback here in this market, then I could look for this as a new swing high to form just here, and we can look for that as a potential opportunity to trade the market long. And I'm also going to be in a space where you can take that as a swing high break. That's what I'm looking for next. Otherwise, the other thing is that we could see a variation 1 move take place, and that would be if this moves all the way down here, we'll look to get a pending order in the market on the break of this swing low, and it could potentially turn into a trend reversal. So that's what I'm looking for there on the pound dollar. With the euro yen, again here with euro yen, you can see for a very long time we were waiting for a new swing high to set itself up. according to the master markets algorithm, for swing highs and swing lows, we never actually had a new swing high setting itself up. And so what's awesome for us at this point in time is that we've now had a new swing high setting up for the yen, euro yen, and we could use that as a potential setup for us to trade the market long. So what I'm really looking for here is an opportunity to say trade the market long. I'll be looking for an entry point around that swing high just there. And so what I'm looking for there would be entry point, as I say, above the high just here. So the high of this bar, we can place this trade today. This looks quite sound to me. So the high of this bar, 145.68, 145.68. Actually, I'm just looking at this now. I'm just seeing that actually the activated bar is actually huge, which would denote quite a bit of trade risk in terms of pips, and not ideal. 145.71 entry, 143.56 stop, giving us around about 210 pips of trade risk. It's not ideal at all, actually. So in fact, this one, what we'll look for is another swing high to set itself up, and we'll look for another opportunity, because what we've got here at the moment is something like this setting itself up. And we want to see, obviously, a climb here, and then a further fall. And if we can get this happening, with this bar here forming the new swing high, being shorter than this bar here, then of course that would be much, much better trade to take on. So nothing, I'm not going to put this one on the euro yen, just because of the sheer size of that bar just there. Let's switch it over to the dollar yen. The dollar yen, again, was another one waiting for swing high to set itself up on. We haven't really had an opportunity, again, until I get a pullback here in this market. Until I get a pullback here in this market, I'm not really looking for an opportunity to trade, to go short, to go long, sorry, because we haven't really swing high set itself up. So really what I'm looking for is a pullback here, they close below. That's the idea. So let's look to see if we can get that into the next couple of days. Okay, so nothing for me there, dollar. Let's switch it over to the euro dollar. You see the euro dollar? What I'm looking for is we've got some potential opportunities for variation 4 setup. Again, the size of this bar is absolutely huge. It's not one that I would place a trade around. That wouldn't really make much sense from that side. That bar was 27th of December, so obviously no movement over the Christmas period. But then you can see straight after that was a lot of movement in place. That's formed a new swing high. But however, it's not really good for us because we want to place our entry and stop around that bar. Again, it's going to be too much of a distance with a trade risk of probably, again, another 200 pips or so, just we looked on the euro yen. So not really good for me on that side. Let me just check out the Aussie dollar here as well. So what's good about the Aussie dollar? I do believe, let me just check this. We do have, yes, we do have a new swing low setup. So low here, we've got the high here. Yeah. In fact, no, we don't actually have the swing low setting itself. Actually, I'm going to remove this. Okay, we don't actually have any swing low setting itself here. I'm going to remove that. What I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for one more buyer bar to come to this Aussie dollar market and look for a close to go above again. So if I can get 1 or 2 more buyer bars into this Aussie dollar market, then of course the master market algorithm will flag a new swing low setting up there on the Aussie dollar. And that of course will be ideal for us from that perspective. And we can then obviously look for an opportunity to trade this market to go short. So that's what I'm looking for there on the Aussie dollar. Let's be on the lookout for that as we go on. And that's my 6 currency analyzer on the dynamic breakout. What I want to do now is just switch it over really to looking at the price run strategy. Now remember, with the price run strategy, what we do is we do look for trend reversals in this market. So that basically means for us that we're looking for opportunities to trade moves where we're getting a reversal in the trend, and we'll be looking to hold on to those moves and get in at the best possible price that we can. So let's look at the daily charts to see which of our currencies, first of all, are potentially setting up price run opportunities by looking at which ones have potentially reversed here for us in terms of a trend. So let's start by looking at the GBP USD, which is in the bottom right hand corner here. So we've got GBP USD. Again, it hasn't really, it's been a perfect uptrend here for us. It hasn't reversed in those terms where we were looking for potential opportunity for a short. So there's no real opportunity there to trade the market on a price run strategy, because it's still very much an upward trend with higher highs and high lows setting up quite nicely in this market just here. Let's take it over to the next currency up on the daily, and again that's the dollar yen. And again here with dollar yen, as I already say, perfect upward trend, very, very strong on that side. It's not reversed for us, and so there would be no opportunity for us to trade a price run strategy to go short. So nothing for me there in terms of that. Nothing there for me in terms of the price run strategy setup. Let's take it over to the euro dollar. Okay, euro dollar again is still setting up an upward trend. It's very difficult to look at this as a price run strategy setup, because we still have very much so a perfect upward trend setting itself up with higher highs and higher lows in this market. So really what I'm looking for a price run is a break of a previous swing low. So we're looking at something like that, a break of swing low just there, and that's what we're looking for on the price run strategy setup. So that's where we are with that. Let's go over to the next currency up, which is the euro yen. And euro yen, again, you can see here, it was one of those ones where we did not have an opportunity for price run. Why? Because the uptrend was so strong and perfect. It didn't give us the opportunity for price run strategy setup. So again, nothing there for us on that side. We're just looking, remember, for breaks of swing lows in upward trends and breaks of swing highs in downward trends. That's what we're looking for just there. Okay, so final one to look at here on the side of the price run is the dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss is a little bit more interesting because it has actually set up a price run opportunity. So that's what I want to look at here at the moment. So we certainly have swing low there. We've got a swing high here. And what's the reason that this is set up as a price run setup, first of all, is because we have a swing low that's established here in this market, and you can see that this was a downward trend up until this point just here, where on Thursday's bar, you can see we actually had a break of this swing high. And so because we've had a break of that swing high, we now have, technically speaking, we have an upward trend on the dollar Swiss. So what that means for us in terms of a price run is that now that's step one fulfilled for us. That's the first criteria for the price run, is a break of the last swing high in a downward trend. And now what we're looking for really here is a pullback to a 50% Fibonacci level. So we'll draw on 50% Fibonacci level so we can see what that looks like. And really what I'm looking for is a pullback in this market just here to this level, and then looking for a close to go above. That's pretty much what I'm looking for here on this dollar Swiss. So I'll look for a 4-hour chart once I get the pullback to 50% level for an entry point, but of course I won't be able to enter the market until I get a 4-hour swing high being broken after we get a pullback to 50% level. Still a little while to go in terms of this dollar Swiss before we can actually take a trade. So that's what we're looking for into the next couple of bars. So let's be patient for that, and potential price run setups taking place. So there's actually quite a bit happening at the moment. We've got the lift-off strategy potentially setting up tomorrow with some potential trades if we get some closes above the market. The dollar yen is a good one to look out for the price for the lift-off. Dynamic breakout is another one as well, where we've seen some trend reversals taking place. We've also seen some new swing highs setting themselves up. We just need to be a little bit patient to get some perfect setups on there. And then, of course, we'll have the professional strategy with dollar Swiss to look out for as well. So quite a bit to look out for this evening, but that's pretty much it from my end in terms of the analysis.